is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Our company will be launching tomorrow is the blackseriesedition.com. I've been answering some. I'm sorry if I haven't been in the comments section, really, in YouTube. If I haven't answered any questions, I do apologize for that. It's just been a little crazy busy. We do advise you to email us if you have any questions. Don't message us through YouTube. Again, it's better to just email us all together. Sorry about that. It's better to just email us all together. Don't message through YouTube, because chances are I just go in there and post videos and I'm out. I really don't read through what goes on through there, because we get a lot of interesting messages at the end of the day, and I don't feel like putting up with the nonsense sometimes. But for those of you who have been answering us questions at the end of the day through YouTube, just go into the product where we have product description. We have the email address right there. You can contact us right through there, and we can answer anything you want from there. So someone was asking, and we get this quite often because we do literally so many demonstrations. This shows you when I told you that we are experts in the field of ambient light projection technology. We do so many demonstrations with the lights on. People sometimes question if our technology can be used with lights out. Actually, this is extremely easy. And it's not hard to do a demonstration with the lights out. That's the most easiest demonstration you can ever do. That's not even hard. I don't even know where that ever became an issue where anyone would have ever had a problem with producing a screen in a dark environment. That you have no ambient light to disrupt the picture quality. You have don't really have to calibrate a projector, because if you're sitting in the dark, color is not going to wash out. That's not going to be a problem. So the hardest thing for a projection screen to be able to do is to maintain a fully lit environment. So if they can maintain a fully lit environment, lights out is a cakewalk. That's easy. But we'll do some. But I'm just doing it because, like I said, I don't read through my comments all that much on YouTube, and that's why I advise you email us. You got questions you can ask, it's best to email us, right? Because I really don't read the comments all that. But going through, I saw somebody post that, ask that question. Yeah, that's easy. That's nothing. I'll show you. Do it at 1,000 lumens. Do it at something. It's not that hard to do. Lights out. I don't know where. Like I said, I don't know where that came from. Where someone thought that the lights out demonstration. Why did I have on the bottom of this mud? Really? I was taking the trash out yesterday. That's what it was. This mud. That's mud. But anyway, as I said before. Thank you. You're welcome, big man. So as I said before, that I don't know how in the world anyone would ever think that taking the lights out is going to be a struggle for the projector. That makes it even better for the projector to be able to thrive, due to the fact that, like I said, you don't have a lot of light in the environment that's going to disrupt the picture quality. That's something you don't have to worry about. Lights off. It's easy. Excuse me, Taco. Can you stand in my section, please? Grab my food from outside. I just got my delivery in. I was ranking the trash truck again. Beer from the trash truck. Just trying to get my food inside real quick. Taco, I'm not going to tell you again. On your side, please. All right, so lights out, eh? Let's see. Easy demonstrations. I like to do demonstrations with a challenge. And keep in mind that we've done these demonstrations in a dedicated theater room upstairs that we put together. So lights out, too easy. But let's play. Let's go with the white levels here. If anything, our technology is far more advanced with the lights out, due to the fact that, again, it doesn't really have to work as twice as hard or 3 times as hard because of all the light in the environment. This makes it easy for the technology to run. All right, you can sleep doing this. So demonstrations in the dark are not hard demonstrations. They're easy. Anyone can do a demonstration in the dark. I'm gonna need a comparison up there. I can't do this by myself. It's too easy. Let me see. Where did I put my surfaces at? Because I can't do this in the dark with this alone by itself. Taco, you can come over. You just gotta stay out of trouble. That's all. Stay out of my area and work. You're actually in my area and work. Gotta make this a bit of a challenge, people, but this is too easy. Lights out is just too easy. So I'm gonna have to grab some sample sheets here. So there's our white levels right there. Easy McCheesy. Let's grab another one.
Purdue University.
Hi, Trevor.
Hey, I kicked my soccer ball to the yard.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, come on. There it is. Right there, and just bouncing me clean out to someplace else, to another commercial. There we go. So now, lights out is easy. We do the demonstrations with the lights on because, again, as I said before, everybody does lights out demonstrations. It's not an impressive demonstration because, again, it's too easy. Now, doing demonstrations in fully lit environments, that's something that a projection screen is not supposed to be able to do. And this is why when I go to forum sites involving TVs and stuff like that, you know, letting them know that, hey, look, we got a technology that you don't have to use a TV at the end of the day, you can use it in a fully lit environment. Their biggest gripe is, I do not want to be stuck in the dark with a projector. And that's why they buy the TVs. There's my white levels right there. But we have to get some surfaces up there because this is too easy. Let me see. Is it down here anywhere? If a screen can work in a fully lit environment, it can work with the lights out. That's easy. I don't even know where that became a thing where being in the dark is supposed to be hard. Who started that dumb nonsense to begin with? That's easy. It's nothing. That was the case and that was a requirement. Good gracious, it'd be so easy to make screen painting. Really, we're not doing testing at all. Just stick it in a dark environment and be done with it. That's why I'm taking the white sheets of paper and putting it against my screen because this is too easy for us. Way too easy. Gotta have a challenge up here. Can't do a standalone, it's just too easy. And white sheets of paper. Make it interesting. Let's go with a silver screen. This is a 100% silver surface. So let's put this up there too. Keep going. So that's a silver surface. Let me see. Oh, it's the whole video?
Now at Mattress Firm, experience the luxury.
Red screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's just show some screens up there. That's a red screen. Let me see. I want to put the gray pan up there too, the network grade 773. So if I want to do a screen with lights out, I might as well have some fun. I can't do this on a standalone. It's just too easy for us. So we have to make it a bit of a challenge for us. All right, so this is network grade 773. I'm gonna put that one right, put it right over here. There we go. Our white circle and put it right there. All right, so good chance to see our technology, lights out. And again, like I said, I'm doing the sample sheets because again, it's too easy to do it by itself. If people are doing demonstrations in the dark, they got nothing to compare the screen to. That's just a waste of time. Certified screen, $3,000 Dark Star 9, right here. There you go, voila, lights out. Bright screens are able to generate that kind of energy, that light, produced in a fully lit environment to take out screens that are far lighter than its design, you know, far lighter than our technology. Lights out, this technology is a beast. There's nothing holding it back. At least with the lights on, it's a much of a challenge for the technology because again, we have to fight all that ambient light, maintain colors, maintain contrast, maintain white levels, produce on 1,000 lumens, produce on ultra short throws with all that light in the environment. Anything about lights out, that's nothing. For that technology, it's easy. That's not a challenge. That's why I take the other products and put them up there because it'd be too easy. I'd fall asleep on camera. I'm dead serious. I would literally fall asleep on camera. It'd be boring. Blue screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? It's ambient light rejection technology. We maintain whether the lights are on or off. Doesn't make a difference. The other screens just can't keep up to the technology. See? Easy. It's nothing. Lights out is very easy. I mean, I'm glad you asked the question and all, but yeah. The problem is they generate too high of a white level. See, watch this. See a white screen? Watch this. See how high their white levels are? That's the problem. Some contrast now. Even with the gunmetal has a reflective surface, but the problem with the reflective surface, it plagues the screen. It produces too much of a high white level. You have to have a tone in there. It has to be a perfect tone, a balance in there. People say, well, I want the screen to pull a very high white, then go buy a white screen. Does the same thing. The only problem, you just can't see contrast and color. And you put the lights on, your screen will wash out. That's what you're worried about. And if you're talking about gray screens, and those of you who make gray screen paint products, again, that's a silver screen sitting right there. Silver screens generate higher white levels than gray screens. So technically, when you're on camera talking about a gray screen produces high white levels, no, it really doesn't. It's the silver screen that produces the higher white level. Purple screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, mind you, that is a certified screen sitting in the middle. That's a white sheet of paper. When I told you these screens generate, my black technology generates a freaking white level so freaking high that it can turn a certified screen into a white sheet of paper. As a matter of fact, I can turn everything up there into a white sheet of paper. These screens are, I mean, these are powerful with the lights off. Good gracious, lights off, they're freaking unbelievably supernova, insanely crazy. At nighttime, I'm over here sitting here watching my screen. It looks absolutely and freaking amazing. So when it's time for me to go to bed, I shut everything down, I sit there and I watch my fish and whatever. It is absolutely crazy what these things look like with the lights out. That's why I said the worst thing you want to put in your dedicated theater room is a gray, white, or silver screen. Last thing you want to put in there.
We're Casper, and we deliver award-winning mattresses right to your door. Visit Casper.com or a store near you.
Tis the season to hashtag mad. You took it really far. Lar.
Thanks, this hashtag twitting. Is that what this is?
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
This is why the black technology we're working on for outdoor is going to be an insane piece of technology. So you're going outside with the white screen. And first people say we have white screens outside. Well, I'm not going to notice the difference. Oh, you definitely will notice the difference between our black technology outside and your white screen. Just because you're in the dark doesn't mean you're picking up an image. You can maintain white levels, no problem. Starfield Screensaver YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Screen reads 100% black. Just because you're in the dark, and people get this all the time, and because I'm in the dark, I'm going to be able to pick up a black level. No, you will not. Biggest lie you can tell yourself. You'll never see a black level, ever. Those of you who have, when I see gray screens and silver screens, and I see people in forum sites talking about, yeah, I got the black. No, you're not seeing black. You don't even know what a black level even looks like. That's a black level. You give me your screen, I lay it against mine, I pull that Starfield demonstration, and I watch your screen turn gray. Because it's not black, it's gray. So you're actually not seeing black, you're seeing gray the entire time. Now, I know this personally firsthand because, again, I used to develop gray screen paint products. And I literally thought I was seeing a black surface. I literally thought I was seeing color. I thought I was seeing an amazing screen until I saw a darker technology hit my screen. Then I realized how washed out my screens were. Oh, that was definitely an insane reality call right there. I'm in so many forum sites with digital and crystal screen paint, it's not even funny. This is why when you type in that name, it pops up everywhere. Beta testers, all kinds of stuff pop up. I was everywhere with that technology. And swore up and down at that particular time, it was. But yeah, change was coming extremely fast, and I finally saw it. And when I put that sample sheet against my screen, it was like, wow. Saw things I didn't even think were even possible. Made my projector like something completely different than what I was used to using every single day. Now, the technology we have now, if Diamond has a black screen, we have the dominant technology because, again, gunmetals can't pick up on our screens. So you're looking at a technology here that will allow you to be able to turn anything you want into an advanced projection screen better than a gunmetal technology. And it would cost you far less. You paint up to a 160-inch screen. And if you want to use ultra short throw or long throw, it doesn't make a difference. You can change them out, whatever you want. You have that option. That's the whole point. Instead of somebody saying, well, you want to use ultra short throw, that's an extra $1,000 more just to use this particular screen because it's compatible. $4K screen, no, cancel. 4K demonstrations, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
So got some nice bright colors. We engineered this technology. It has to be able to maintain its brightness, its color, its contrast with screens that are going to be far lighter than our technology. This is why we put them through 1,000 lumen tests on white surfaces. We put them in all that harsh lighting. We put them through all that punishment. We know that when we turn the lights out, that screen's going to be to maintain with lights on and lights off. That's what it's designed to do. Let me show you real quick. We'll go back a little bit here. And all the while, you don't have to spend a lot of money for a projector. You got people spending countless hours trying to figure out, see what I mean? And this is what I'm talking about. This is ambient light projection technology. So that means that you have options here. You want to have your lights on, you can have your lights on. You want your lights off, you can have your lights off. You have options, not basically stuck in an environment trying to basically play a game of chess on where your lights are going to land at because your screen may wash out or you can't have it in your windows because you're going to have problems. Only their screen reacts when the lights come on, which means they wash out. Our screen actually stays the same. So for those of you who have dedicated movie theater setups, you got a gray and white screen in there, you've done it wrong. Black technology is what you should have in there. Diamond even explained that one in a demonstration where they took a white screen and brought it down. You see the white screen was flashing light up on the ceiling and walls and everything, but again, it's a $5,000 projection screen at 100 inches. And chances are most people that are going to be doing a dedicated theater room are going to be a little bit bigger than 100 inches. What you so afraid of that for? Little dark area right there. Creek area is that. How about that? Sorry about that, people. Let me see something real quick. Right there. So it remains the same for us. We don't wash out. See that black line right there? It remains the same. Watch the screen automatically adjust. Watch. See? It's a black screen. It's going to pull contrast regardless. It doesn't make a difference how much light you have in the environment. It's a black screen. Contrast does not fade out on a black screen. That's what it's designed to do. Just like if you got a white screen, the white levels are not going to fade out on a white screen. It's white. It's going to be white regardless. When you put that in an environment, it's going to stay white. But the white levels, again, our technology can pick up. The hardest thing right now I see for screens that are having a difficult time is the contrast level. That's why you have a 2 million to 1 or a 50,000 or a 20,000 to 1 contrast on your projector, not a 20,000 to 1 white level. Because that's the hardest thing for a screen to pick up and maintain in an environment is that black level. Now, gray screens are trying to convince you at the end of the day it's all about white levels, then they're way off, because guess what? A silver screen picks up a higher white level than a gray screen. So, completely wrong on that one. You kind of skipped out on the silver screen. When you want a higher white level, then you just go to your white screen. The white screen is higher than the silver screen. right, so we don't do enough lights on demonstration. We literally do so many lights on that. It tells you right there. When I tell you we're expert in ambient light rejection technology, we literally do so many lights on demonstrations that we literally get people complaining from time to time. Like, can you do one demonstration with the lights out? So I'll set up another section on the website. We'll call it projection after dark. Sounds pretty cool. And we'll do a couple demonstrations in dark environments. We show you that we had to do comparison screens because it's just too easy to do it with the lights out. You have to understand, this is going to bore Mr. Bird. It's easy to do. It's not hard. Easy. See? Easy. It's easy to do. Something fall off, like something fell off down here. It was the silver screen that fell off. Fell off. My hands were like itching to just turn the light switch on so badly because I used to do a demonstration with the lights on. I don't know which is harder, to do these demonstrations with the lights up, I'm so used to the lights on, or basically doing demonstrations without going into a rant on how screens are supposed to look at the end of the day. Which is just too easy. For most people, they need to be in this environment. We don't have to be in this environment. Just turn the lights on just one time. See, look! I love it. I don't have to be in the dark. Make the screen look good. I sit there and fight with myself like, no, you can't turn the lights on. Well, I hope somebody didn't start some dumb nonsense by saying that our technology doesn't work with the lights out. Or you don't want to go down that road. You think this stuff is a nightmare with the lights on. Woo! Lights out? Easy. That's why we got to put the certified screens, white screens, silver screens, gray screens, because again, it's no challenge. 8K Desired Nature, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Well, prepare to wash out. It's talking about a black screen in the dark. It doesn't have any light to fight it, so guess what? Yeah. The whole theory of people thinking that I'm in the dark, your contrast is not going to work. And I got a 22,000 to 1 contrast projector. I'll stick it here against the screen. You still can't pick up. They don't work. Now the certified screen, on the other hand, it's going to pick up better than the silver. It's going to pick up better than white screens, they pick up better than all the screens up there. But it's laying against our technology, so it comes up not being able to pick up. But it's better than the rest of those screens, it's just not better than ours. If they ever want to test that theory and do it side by side, hey, I'm more than welcome to do it side by side. You will not like the outcome of it all. Just give me a heads up. That's why you never hear me sit there and say, well, the certified gunmetal doesn't work. It does work. It's much more advanced than the white screen, the silver screen, the gray screen. Yeah, it's much more advanced than that. But it's not more advanced than our technology. Our technology is the top screen. We can overpower gunmetal because we're black, physically black. Gunmetals aren't black. And then with that technology right there, the Black Series can pull 100% of the height in its capability. 44s and 39s couldn't do it. When we did a 44 and 39 on camera, they just got, like they were hot spotting, but they were just generating all this light. It was crazy. We had to tone it down in order to get the screen to adjust. This one, we never had to put an adjuster into it, ever. So it is producing 100% of the height, and that's why the screen is coming up so bright. And I thought that would interfere with the contrast levels, but it didn't. Able to maintain with no problem. Yeah, let's see, the contrast is not going to fall in there. Yeah. Let's see. What do they got on this channel right here? People feel that the future is going to be gray, white, and silver screens. No, it's not. It's going to be certified screens. No, it's not. Like I said, if it comes down to a contract situation for a grant, we're going to get it. We cost less than the certified. Our screens are much bigger for the price of 32 ounce. It paints a 160-inch screen. We produce better contrast. We produce better color. We can maintain our white levels with the screen with no problem. And we cost far less. We don't even require expensive projectors. They can go buy a whole bunch of old outdated projectors under their budget, save a ton of money. And our technology is ambient light projection. Real ambient light projection technology. That's why I said I don't like the fact that I watch these demonstrations with these screens and they're in these ambient light controlled environments and they're ambient light projection. No, you are not. I don't even have my bottom lights on.
Going like out the aisle, out the church, right to McDonald's.
In the past 23 years, I've seen a lot of
Nope, something fell off. So we can take your contracts from y'all. That's not a problem. Certified screen has no competition for us. What can you tell them at the end of the day? It costs less? Nah, ain't gonna work. We'll work on cheaper projectors? Nah, ain't gonna work either. Ambient light projection technology, not when you're in a controlled environment, you know. The price point alone is too much. As for the gray products, you can't see a contrast level to save your soul. So again, even with the lights out, you don't even pick up next to our technology. So that's a waste of time. And then turn around, people got to spend more money for a projector just to fix the mess. Same thing with a white screen. Silver screen has the same reaction also, which makes that the dominant technology. So does our technology work with the lights out? Heck yes, it works with the lights out. It's a cakewalk. It's so much of a cakewalk that I had to put other screens against it because it was just too easy to do the demonstration. Definitely works with the lights out. That's nothing. did this test demonstration downstairs on 1,000 lumens in the max room in the dark. As a matter of fact, the cinema has that test right in it, embedded into the shopping cart. The beautiful thing about it is I can sit here and I can read a book if I want to. I'm not worried about screen washing out. Now these demonstrations, these are the demonstrations we're going to have in our showroom. One screen's going to be coded half, and half with white screen, one with a silver screen, one with the white screen. Most likely, we have to do gray at the end of the day because no one's really going to bother with the gray screen out there. Majority of my customers I bump into don't have gray screens, they have white screens. We do the gray screens so you don't make the mistake of painting it with a gray screen because you're not going to get anything out of it. And as we did the breakdown in the demonstration, it costs more money to have a gray screen than it does a black screen because you got to spend the money for a high-end projector to fix the problems, where we don't require that. Watch this. Boom! Lights away, fade out. Turn the lights out. Ha! I love doing that. Starfield screensaver. No. Let's do the Batman one. Let's do the Batman. Batman versus Superman. I'm gonna pause at that one spot.
Getting that from YouTube.
This part right here. Let's pause it right there. There we go. Watch this. Boom! Y'all watch, clean out. Y'all don't have ambient light rejection technology. I don't even have my bottoms on. I just have the overheads on. That's it. Turn the lights out again. That is, so you know what's running. That's network grade 773. That's a white surface. That's a silver screen right there. That's a certified screen right there. And that right there is a white sheet of paper. Lights on again. Oh. This is why you don't put any of these screens into a dedicated theater room or your home or your business at the end of the day. If I had to choose, if I didn't have my black screen, I'd go with the gunmetal technology. I would choose that one because that would outperform all of these. Any day, I would go with the certified screen. Any day, gunmetal. It's way better than all those. But our technology, nah. Turn the lights out again. So it just tells you at the end of the day, if you think you honestly are picking up, you think you're not picking up anything. Red screen. YouTube. Basic red color.
Getting that from YouTube.
Why you have to calibrate. And why gray screens can't be, what do you call it? Ambient light rejection technology. Now here we have the lights that we're in the dark. We got 5,000 lumens on the projector. Like I said, what most people will do is they'll go out and get a high-end projector, a lot of lumens, thinking this is going to fix the problem. It's a 1080p projector we're using right now. So 5,000 lumens, 1080p, not doing jack. Let's turn the lights on and see what happens. Boom! There you go. See? And I don't even get the bottom lights on. If I trigger those on, they wash out even faster. Now see how the silver screen right here, see how that one basically is not picking up anything at all? Because the white levels on the silver screen are extremely high. See the network grade 773, see it's picking up some little bit of a tone in there? That's what I said, when they sit there and say that this screen right here, the gray screen, picks up a higher white level. No, you don't know what you're talking about. That would pick the higher white level because that picks up a much higher white level than the gray screen. A silver screen is going to be much higher than that. So if you're talking about who pulls the highest white level, that would be the silver. Or that would be the white screen, then the silver, then the gray. That's how it would fall in line. So here you have white. White and silver almost look the same, don't they? You have white, silver, and gray. So gray is kind of like we call it the limbo screen because it's caught in between like nowhere. It doesn't pick up a high enough white level to register as picking up white levels correctly, and it doesn't pick up a contrast level next to a black or gunmetal screen, so it sits in the middle of nowhere. It's like a a soul without a body. That's what it's like. But it did have a purpose at one point. It had a purpose before that screen came out. Because at that point, this was the dominant product. Even over this, it was still the dominant product because this would pull a better, slightly better contrast and color. So this was a little bit better than this one right here. Even though the silver screen was out, the silver would maintain it, would pull a higher white level. But the white screen, this was the solution for the white screen. If the white screen was washed out, colors wouldn't pick up, and this would give you a slight little better edge right here. But then when that technology came out, that technology was over the power of this one right here, because it pulls a better contrast level. The whole purpose of the gray screen was not the white levels. The whole purpose of the gray screen was to see contrast and color. And that's it. If it was the white screen, then you would have just stuck with the white screen and not made that to begin with. Then that wouldn't have existed. It just would have been the white screen. It was all about white levels. No, it's about contrast and color. That's what it's about. And the people that are speaking on this, when I say you do not know what you're talking about, if you're homing on the white levels, the bright levels, then you should be talking about a silver screen, because that would bring up higher white levels than yours. But you don't know what you're talking about. Either way, they don't work. Next to our technology. Bam! Slow color change out. YouTube. I have to fix that up.
Getting that from YouTube.
When I get like this, it's because it's too easy. I get bored. There's no challenge.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate.
Slow color change out in the dark. I gotta put away the rest of my groceries. Enjoy. Now, I don't want anybody to feel that when I'm talking this way, because some people feel I'm talking this way, that toward my customers. This is not toward you, because you buy our products. So this is toward people that we get messages from that ask us some of the most insane. That the guy asked me about the gray wall. Like, seriously. If you want to screen paint the same color as the gray wall, why don't you just use a gray wall you already have? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's the dumbest question I've heard in my entire life. Anyway, so as I said before, that this is toward, not, if you don't know, it's just not towards you. It's not spoken towards you this way. It's spoken toward individuals who do not clearly know what they're talking about when it comes to screen paint products. They know nothing at all. But they get on camera and they act like they know things, but they know nothing. This is why they use the same projectors, same dark environments every single time to make a screen look like something that it's not. And then when they do swap up and every once in a while change out the projector, you see a dramatic change in picture, contrast, everything, because again, they're used to using that crutch projector. That's what we call crutch projector, something they're used to using all the time. And then they'll say things like, yeah, picture quality would get better if you calibrate. Why are you calibrating with a projector like that? You should not be calibrating. That's what's at the end of the day, you don't save money with those screens. You end up costing you more money. Some screens will cost you a couple of $1,000s from the door, and the ones that don't cost you a couple of $1,000s, you will spend a couple of $1,000s for a projector to fix the problem that the screen can't see. And still, it's going to be a poor. It's going to be a poor demonstration. This is why they have stated on their website, not ambient light rejection. That is what you call an escape clause. Just in case if you were to take that screen and say you stick it in a well-lit environment and it washes out on you, they can always come back and say, hey, I never said it was ambient light rejection, but in your demonstrations you pose as if it is. And this is why you shouldn't mislead people. How much darker my screen cover my projector right now. That's how much darker my screen is to all of those. And this is why you're told to calibrate. All these screens you will be told to calibrate. We don't require you to calibrate because our screens don't need it. So these are things they don't tell you, and these are things that will never show you, because again, they cut corners. Cut a lot of corners, and these are corners that should not be cut, because in the long run, it ends up costing the customers money in the long run. All right, that was fun, wasn't it? Let me do a contrast on here real quick. We did contrast. We did 8. We did Starfill, right? Let me see. My goodness. We did white levels, contrast, color. Oh, here's a good one. Skyworth food demonstration, YouTube. I haven't done that one in a while.
Getting that from YouTube.
That should be fun to watch. Though I tell you right now, when the intro comes up, it's not going to be to pick up the intro because it's black. Skyworth food demonstration, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
See, can't pick up the intro. Intro's in jet black. Can't see color. The black screen's generating that much white light, no problem. Again, easy. Switch it on, that's why we did all the tests. That's what all the tests were for. Tons and tons of tests. Not tons, but we were there. Just for fun, I got you. Ha! Let's play with the lights on. Alright. Lights off. Man, 2 years from now, when we bring out Beyond 67s, man, we're going to have to up our light game. We're going to have to test those things in with these ones through. Oh yeah, we're going to have to build test facilities for those things. They're going to be monsters, man. I guarantee you, man. They're going to be true monsters. We're going to have to build environments to contain those things. This is not going to be enough for it. Not what we're putting in that stuff. Those screens are going to be amazingly brutal. I mean, I'm actually automatically looking at some of the test facilities. I actually want my ambient light projection room to be a greenhouse. So we have light coming in from every section. And I want this screen sitting on this kind of table where it can move around slowly all the way around. That's what I want. Because it's not going to, this is not going to cut it for us. It's nice and all, but it's not going to cut it for us. You know? We're used to being in a lot more lighting. Back on, get back into my comfortable environment. This is my comfortable environment. Being in the dark is not a comfortable environment for me. It's too easy. That's why I don't like to do demonstrations in the dark. Point blank, any screen that can survive and a ton of ambient light, lights off is a cakewalk. Lights off is not a hard demonstration. Lights off is extremely easy demonstration to do. The whole purpose of when you look at projection screens, the biggest gripe people have with them is that I do not want to be stuck in a dark environment because that's all they see. Dark environment, dark environment, dark environment. They don't want to change up the living room. They want to keep everything the way that it is. You got a dedicated theater room, fine and all well. You got a man cave, fine and all well. You got a gaming room, fine and all well. But when it's in your living room with an ultra short throw projector, however you got it set up, you want things to stay the same. If you got to turn that thing into a bat cave at the end of the day, you might as well get a TV.
You can't live forever, but you can damn well try. RX bar. No BS.
Time to put the boogeyman to bed.
Halloween ends, rated R. Streaming now only on Peacock.
There's supposed to be options here. You bought a projector, it's supposed to be options. You can use it with your lights on, you can use it with your lights off. There's options. It's not one-sided. We have to be in the dark 24/7 because the screen will wash on. There's something really funny, really interesting right here. Now, usually when I watch demonstrations, people will try to start with the lights on and the screen will look absolutely horrible. But eventually the video will end with them turning the lights out. I'm the opposite. Like, I'll have the lights out, the screen looks fantastic, but for me, I'm used to having lights on, so I just turn my lights back on again. So I'm like the opposite of what they do. Because they know that they have lights on, the screen looks really poor, and in order for to get the image to show better, they have to be in a darker environment. We've seen that too many times to count. Our screens look amazing with the lights off, but for me to have fun, because I find it boring and be in the dark, I just turn my lights back on. You know, I just have more fun that way. That's just me. I just thought about that. I'm not talking about one particular person. There's a particular person that does it a lot, a whole lot, too much to count. But there are other people that also do it also. They have the lights on and boom, lights will be off. And then we showing the majority of the demonstration in the dark, where I'm the opposite. The screens look amazing with the lights on. That's easy. Fun part is with the lights on. Power! Where is the challenge? Yeah, he's gonna give me a challenge. Lights out. Oh, I forgot we gotta turn the other ones off. Mother George. I swear. People do these demonstrations like this in the dark all the time. I really don't understand them. I really don't. We have 5,000 lumens and we still can't even pick up on the screen. Look at that. They don't make a difference. They don't work. A certified screen would do better than all of them. It does work, but like I said, XR technology, it doesn't. Let's see, where we at for time? All right, well, cool. We covered everything. We got color, contrast, white levels. Yeah, we did some colors with lights on, lights off. It's supposed to be all lights out, but it's just so easy. I mean, why don't we do a standalone? Lights out. Standalone here. Yeah, I don't need to be here. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but it's too easy. There's no challenge in it. This is what frustrates me. And how is this considered to be a demonstration in the dark? Too easy. Specialize in ambient light projection technology. I do apologize sometimes if I come off a little bit aggressive, but I always expect better. I expect better. I don't like doing demonstrations in the dark because it's too easy. I can't stand doing demonstrations on ultra short those unless there's a real challenge behind it. Ultra short demonstrations are way too easy to do. I mean, the projector literally is kissing the screen. Not enough of a challenge for me. This is why our technology is unmatched, because we just demand better and more advanced demonstrations. This whole industry of these projection screens in the dark, you want people to not buy TVs, you want them to trade over for projectors. Well, it's not going to work if you got it sitting in the dark 24/7. It's not going to work. And if you're telling a customer who first time buying a projector, he has to calibrate a machine that he doesn't even know how to calibrate to begin with, you're bringing more problems to him at the end of the day. And then you're telling me he has to spend more money on the money he's already spent to fix the problem that he just spent money on to buy to begin with. This is what discourages people to get rid of their setups and go buy TVs. So if you're going to compete with the TV, you're going to have to get a screen that reacts like a TV, or it's not going to work. You know, for people that are projector gurus at the end of the day, have been doing it for years, calibrating is nothing for them. But you got people at the end of the day, the everyday Joes, that are not going to know how to calibrate a projector. And that's something more already. They're overwhelmed with the machinery they have already. You know, they're going through all these options and there's all these different things and menus, and they're learning this machine, and you're telling them that they got to calibrate this and they got to change their living room into this darker environment and they got to do this. And they don't want to hear that crap at the end of the day. They want it simple and sweet. Paint the screen, turn the lights on, hit it with a projector, and you're done. That's it. Make it. That's the same thing when they started building, showing people how to make your own fixed frame screens. They made it so complicated at miter saws and all this stuff. And it's just 4 pieces of wood, man. If you've been to art class, that's what it is. 4 pieces of wood and a piece of canvas. That's it. Done. Here's a staple gun or some upright, and that's it. They make it sound so much more complicated than it has to be. You're not talking about projector gurus. You're talking about the everyday customer that's buying a projector for the first time. It needs to be easy. And this is why we show demonstrations like this. So the customer knows that he doesn't be trapped in dark environments. There's tons of information on the product. You can go to the website. Everything's there, and we got tests to back everything up. We're not just on camera going da 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 da. I like the demonstration. Go back, but you get a commercial in there. No, you started me off at the beginning. I don't want to begin. It's a long demonstration. I'm going to go right there where she had the umbrella. Oh, no, I'll take that part right there. For goodness sakes, real ambient light projection. No controlled environment. Showing the demonstration, we used the 5,000 lumen projector, right? For those of you that want to gripe about the 5,000 lumen projector, it costs less than yours. It's 500. No, matter of fact, this one's $270. So it's way less than your projector. And at that, all the screens were hit with the 5,000 lumen projector, not just mine. So it shows you, even if you upgrade to a 5,000 lumen projector, it's still not going to work on those screens. But more importantly, the customer can buy the projector I have right here for $270. Everything I have in this room, including my speakers, leather sofa, movie sofa, leather recliner for movies, projector. Even if I went out and bought myself a $204 frame, a $200 120-inch fixed frame, it would still be far less than a P2. And yet I can be in a fluid environment. I can pick up a 100% contrast level. I don't have to calibrate or none of that nonsense at the end of the day. And my technology is ambient light projection. But at 3300, projector sits right up on top of the wall screen in a dark environment, can't see contrast, can't see color, and no ambient light projection at all. So where are you saving any money? outer space screensavers, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Defeat allergy headaches fast with new Flonase headache and allergy relief.
2 pills relieve allergy.
So we should have, if the load comes today, and I hope it does, I gotta do a batch number today for those who put your orders in. For the, we're doing the complete Cinemax, wrong choice of words. Complete Cinema, we're doing that today. We're also gonna be painting a 250-inch screen for the display for outside, because we need to do a couple of those with the outdoor product. Because it's gonna come up, it's definitely gonna come up. What's the biggest screen you ever displayed? 150 is not gonna be enough. So it's gonna come up, I can feel it. Because they're like, oh yeah, our courtyards are huge. We need something bigger than that. And I can't shut off on the Crystal Edge because that's the Crystal Edge technology. I have to shut this off on a black series at 250 inches. So we're gonna do a demonstration, paint the screen in. Then when we're done and dry, we're gonna take it outside, hang it up, and then we're gonna do a couple of demonstrations off of it, and then lock it down. So 150 is not gonna be enough. I like to show the contrast demonstration. I told you before, contrast is the hardest thing to pull on a screen, especially in a ton of ambient light. It's going to fade the fastest. And that surface can't turn gray. It has to stay black the entire time. Okay, a little bit of that right there. Right, people. Well, let me get on that here. I'm excited because I can't wait to get mine. I can't really settle and get my screen in. I'm gonna be ready, pretty much packing up everything, getting soon to make it to that next stage we need to go to. But I'm excited because I'll get a chance to show this off into a showroom, and I'll get a chance to get more exposure for it. But more likely, I can't wait to get my setup, my own screen set up, which I can't wait myself. But as I said before, we're gonna be launching tomorrow. All free worldwide shipping anywhere in the world for free. And as you've seen by our demonstrations, screen paint is absolutely amazing. So I know we're going to get people out there. We always get people out there at the end of the day that are going to be upset, bitter, angry. Don't care. You know, talking to friends yesterday and they said, you know what? At the end of the day, who cares? Because I can back my product up 100%. My websites speak for themselves. that how much knowledge we know at the end of the day about products and what we do in our tests. No one matches our products at the end of the day, and we can back it up 100%. And we are right now most affordable technology soon to be on the market, because as I said before, certifieds don't match us, mixes definitely don't match us, white screens, silver screens, none of those matches at the end of the day. And our demonstrations, again, they're unmatched. So customers at the end of the day, they don't want to go through painful instructions, they don't want to calibrate, they don't want to be in dark environments, and they don't want to spend a lot of money for a projector. And this is from experience, from talking to customers down through time, that they don't want to spend all this money. Even people who have the money don't want to spend the money. I have friends of mine, I have associates, they can spend $20,000, $50,000 for a projector. They don't want to. A dollar saved is a dollar saved. Either way, you're rich or poor, or you're in between, or whatever it may be, it's still money saved at the end of the day. And if you can get a better technology for far less, then that's what they're going to go to. So, with that being said, of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for always blessing us with amazing technology. And I pray, Lord, that when I get out there, keep me humble. And I do not want to get a big head. So, with that being said, got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.